Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Great League Remix Cup, which is gonna be available very soon. And today we're gonna take a look at 5 really good Pokemon that's like high on the list of the Pokeball, 5 that are a bit lower but have like a lot of potential. And then we're gonna take a look at 5 potential teams you could run. And yeah, the Great League Remix Cup looks really cool, so I'm actually hyped for that. So I hope this video helps you a lot. And yeah, let's look at some Pokemon. The first Pokemon we're going to take a look at is going to be Diggersby. Diggersby is definitely the best Pokemon in this cup. It's ranked 1 on PvPoke, and also like you see it on the badge because it's just most likely the Pokemon you're going to face like all the time. It beats a lot of stuff now, and like the best counters are mostly gone. The best counter right now is Machamp, Shadow Machamp to be exact, and something like Mandibuzz maybe. And even against those, like you can still have some play there, so it's like a really safe play right now. There's not like any Azumarill that counters it or anything like that. So we have Diggersby here countering Jellicent because of the ghost typing. Does not really want to see a normal type. Nidoqueen doesn't like the ground type. Registeel doesn't like the ground type. It's just super bulky in general. Spammy has a really good moveset. And if you take a look at what it beats, like it's really strong. It beats a lot of the stuff in the upper ranks, and also like counter to Sableye and the normal Stunfisk. It's like the best Pokemon in the league. You're definitely gonna face a lot of them, so definitely the best Pokemon to invest in. The next Pokemon that's gonna be everywhere gonna be Mandibuzz, as Mandibuzz is like such a good Pokemon in this meta, again, like one of the bulkiest, and has a super assault moveset. Gonna be able also to KO like Jellicent and Diggersby, especially like as a Diggersby counter, you're gonna see it a lot. And yeah, beats Nidoqueen, beats all the ground types. There are a lot of ground types in the current meta as well. Cresselia can beat, and in general it has some play against fighting types, which is decent, but still Machamp gonna beat that. And yeah, I'm also gonna like not showcase like every of the top Pokemon from PvPoke. Like Registeel, for example, is still a super solid Pokemon, which also beats the Mandibuzz, but I didn't really want to showcase it today, as it's kind of still super solid, but not really something I want to showcase. I don't think it has like the craziest potential actually, Registeel, because it has like the same counter as the Diggersby, but we have to see. But here we have like Mandibuzz. Yeah, Mandibuzz just beats like everything there. Beats Diggersby. It has some play actually against Registeel. I think it would beat it in the 2 shields or something. Against Lickitung it wins. Against Cresselia it wins. Against Nidoqueen it wins. Against Wishcast it wins. Against Jellicent just wins. Against everything. Then top meta there. So you should definitely try to counter Mandibuzz a lot more. Maybe even more than the Diggersby. Might be even better than the Diggersby. But yeah, Mandibuzz is like one of the best Pokemon to invest in again. Like really good. Most likely also seen a lot in the lead because it does not like Charm, as you see with Wiki Tower, one of the hardest counters there. Next up we're gonna have Shadow Machamp, and Shadow Machamp is just, in my opinion, I think the best lead you can play, because you counter Registeel, you counter Mandibuzz, you counter Diggersby, and that's most likely the thing that you see the most on the lead right now. We have to see, of course, how the meta gonna be, but this thing is awesome. It's just awesome because it has the potential to actually still counter Mandibuzz with the Rock Slide, and KOs the Diggersby easily, KOs the Registeel easily. I think that's like gonna be one of the most common Pokemon that you're gonna use as like some kind of offensive check to most Pokemon there. It is just super good, and as we can see as well, it just like it beats the first 4 Pokemon easily. Against Cresselia it struggles, against Nidoqueen it struggles, but you can play around them with other Pokemon, so that's why I think also it's like one of the best leads. It has like some worse matchups, but it's still like super good against like most other stuff. I think it's also one of the best Pokemon you can use in this cup. And next up is a Pokemon that not a lot of people have. I actually have it because I played a lot during last, I think like Christmas time it was out or something for XL. But yeah, Wobbuffet XL, like one of the best Pokemon in this cup again. It's basically the Medicham of this cup. So you have like counter as a psychic type, which is super good, and you need a purified one with return, otherwise you cannot really use it. You need the return. Return is better than Mirror Coat. Mirror Coat is a garbage move, and return just does more damage, and it destroys like the fighting types like Machamp. Registeel can destroy it, can destroy Diggersby. It's just like a really solid Pokemon that has a lot of really close matchups, but a lot of matchups that it just wins. And yeah, you could see like it beats Diggersby, Registeel, Lickitung, Wish Gear as well as like so many Pokemon above Must Know. It's like really, really good in this current meta. There's also Chansey that's super good, but I don't want to showcase that. I think it's just a super boring Pokemon that no one should ever use, but this thing, Wobbuffet, is like really, really solid. You should definitely try that out if you have it. The last of the maybe top 5 Metamons is gonna be Swellers, as well as also like counters Jellicent, counters the Nidoqueen there. Mandibuzz is really bad against it, so like you have like a lot of potential there. It's like more of a fun pick though, but I think Dragon Breath has a lot of potential, especially with the spam move Body Slam to it and Dark Pulse. It can counter a lot of this stuff in the 2 shields especially, and it has good potential in this current meta, which is cool to see. And I think as well as deserves some more love as you. It's just like not really available in the normal cup because it dies to Stunfisk and Azumarill, and no, you don't really have to worry about them, so maybe try Swellows. Next up for the more like spicier Pokemon, we have Shadow Beedrill coming at like 23 as a rank for PvPoke, and it can counter the fighting types, which usually you run for the Diggersby and the Registeel better there, as well as like the Charm users, which are also gonna be like really, really common in this meta. So you're gonna have like Beedrill has like a lot of play there actually, especially with the buff Poison Jab. I think it's like a really solid pick. Especially you can also like counter the Crestalia, which is funny as it's like a Psychic type, which is usually good against poison types, but they don't run really the Psychic type charge move in the future side. So you can like card counter the other moves there. And it has a lot of potential, definitely, especially with some extra energy, and I really like this Pokemon. Next up at rank 27, we are gonna have Dugong with double Legacy, Ice Shot, Icy Wind, and Water Pulse. Like, if you still have that thing from like earlier seasons where it's like super good, I would highly recommend you trying that out again here, as you have like most of the counters gone, and you can counter Diggersby and Mandibuzz. Like, we have the double core there, which we can just like completely counter there. Also counters Nidoqueen. It has a lot of potential against a lot of stuff there. The only really bad thing there is like fighting types and Registeel. Other than that, I think you have like play against nearly everything with Dugong, which is really, really cool. So if you have that already, maybe try it out. I have one build from like earlier seasons, so I'm definitely gonna make a video on this thing, and also have a team for you later on. So gonna be a really nice Pokemon to use. Next up, we're gonna have a Lucario coming in at rank 28. And it's really interesting as you never really see that thing at all in Great League or in Ultra League, as it is like way too squishy for the most part of time. But yeah, now you have most counters gone, and now you can counter the Diggersby with it. You can counter the Registeel when against Diggersby in 2 shields. I don't think under 1 shield and 0 shield. And you can actually, like against Mandibuzz, you resist the foul play. The area is only neutral, so that's really good for you. And yeah, Lickitung, it's really good against it. It's good against Crestalia, as you can just throw the Shell Ball against it. There's a lot of play in this meta, which is cool. I'm definitely gonna showcase that thing, as it's a really funny Pokemon to use, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Next up, I have a Pokemon here which I have no idea why it's ranked so low, because it like beats a lot of the meta. It's Obstagoon at rank 33, having the access to counter Night Slash Cross Chop, gives you coverage against ghost types as well as like countering Diggersby, of course. The Reggie still in the 2 shields, not in the 1 shield though, sadly, because of the Focus Blast. And has a lot of potential as well, like against Lickitung, you can just triple resist the lick damage. Against Mandibuzz, you resist like the Snarl, and Aerial is neutral, which doesn't do a lot of damage there. Obstagoon has not even a bad stat product, so it's a really good Pokemon to use here. Maybe even one of the best Pokemon to use if you will look at the Pokemon that it beats, because Registeel you still beat in the 2 shields. I think against Crestalia you might be able to beat it in the 2 shields. Nidoqueen is a bit tough, but the rest you can all beat like of the top Pokemon there, so you basically only lose against Nidoqueen. But you have to keep in mind, Fairy types not good against you, and also like if you face another fighter, it's like really bad for you. The last Pokemon we're gonna take a look at gonna be Golbat at rank 44. Golbat is kind of interesting as it's got like the boosted Poison Fang move now, and Golbat gonna be able to counter like Nidoqueen, gonna be able to counter Machamp and all the fighting types, which is really important there. And having access to Shadow Ball as a coverage move in this meta is also super good. And same with Beedrill, you're gonna be able to counter Crestalia second, the charge move, like in general. And yeah, it's good against the Fairy types. You have like a counter to Wigglytuff with that, you have a counter to Machamp with that. So it might actually be good to pair that with the Diggersby or something. I don't know. For the first team, we're gonna have Machamp, Shadow Machamp to be exactly in there, also the Shadow Beedrill in the back, and we have Registeel as well. We want to use Shadow Beedrill as a safe swap, basically countering out, like, if your opponent has a fire types are basically nowhere to be seen here, which is good. But yeah, for the fire types, so the Registeel can like roam free. And in general, it's like a super good core there. I think Machamp plus Beedrill is a good core. It's like Beedrill can counter the fairy type, Machamp can counter the steel types. Both are kind of weak against like flying types, but the only really flying type here are gonna be Mundle, which you can counter with Machamp anyway, and Beedrill has still some potential against it. The only thing that really beats this team, which I don't think is a Pokemon that you're gonna see as often because the rest of the meta beats it, is Jellicent. As you can see there, you have like not a lot of play against Jellicent at all. But you can still play around with like some team effort there, I think. But yeah, Jellicent is a big problem for this team. Other than that, like, it's a good team, I think. And yeah, let's go to the next team. Next up, we're gonna have a really interesting team, as we're gonna have the Wobbuffet, which has to be XL and next out. The Steelers and the Mandibuzz here. And it's a really funny team. You have like Wobbuffet in the lead, which nearly beats a lot of things, nearly everything actually, and have like Mandibuzz and Steelix in the back, because Mandibuzz and Steelix both counter Cresselia and Nidoqueen, and against Jellicent also Steelix has some play. And yeah, just in general, I think I would go into Steelix as a safe swap here, but yeah, it's fine either way. Mandibuzz seems to be a problem, but like even Wobbuffet does some damage against it with counter. Steelix can still have some damage with the Dragon Tail now, which just boosted, and Mandibuzz in a neutral matchup, so it's not even the worst thing. And yeah, against like if you face somehow Jellicent lead or like someone with a Sableye lead, then go into Steelix as a safe swap. Both Pokemon in the back can function as a safe swap, which is kind of cool for this team. So you can like always like flip around that thing. And whatever you face in the lead can determine what you're gonna use as a safe swap. Usually use, of course, the Pokemon that's weaker than the other thing in the back as a safe swap. Next up, we're gonna have a super strong Diggersby team with Diggersby, Frostless, Wigglytuff. I think this is one of the best teams in the build teams are built, because this is just like a really good core there. You have like Diggersby and Frostless as a safe swap. Always use Frostless as a safe swap there. Because you're gonna get the Registeel out of the way. For the Wigglytuff, you're gonna be able to get the fire types out of the way for the Wigglytuff, because you don't really want to chant on like fire types. And yeah, back in general, you kind of want to, if you have a neutral lead, you kind of want to go into the Frostless anyway. And you have 2 answers for the Mandibuzz. Yeah, like a lot. It's just, I think it's a really well-rounded team here. Machamp seems to be a problem, but even against Frostless, you can get a shield and then has the Wigglytuff in the back. It's not really the biggest problem here. Rainy Castform is a problem, but who runs Rainy Castform? It's actually, Rainy Castform is a really good pick. Like if you want like a sleeper pick, Rainy Castform is good. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad or something, but not a lot of people have it. So I think this team is really good there. Even against Wishcast, like go into your Frostless and you can still have like so much pressure on that thing. And Wigglytuff in the back. You just like want to kit out the steel type with the Frostless if you safe swap that thing in, and then you're basically good to go. The second to last team gonna be around Lucario, and we're gonna have Tropius and Wigglytuff in the back. Again, Wigglytuff gonna be really good in this cup. But the main goal of this thing is like, okay, you have like a lot of positive leads with Lucario, which you can play out, especially in the T-Shield with the Power Punch. But if you don't have a positive lead, you want to go into Tropius as a safe swap, which also counters out the steel types again, like before. And even against like Registeel, you're gonna do like a lot of damage with the S/Tropius there, as you can spam the Leaf Blade so fast, and then you can farm down with the Lucario and give like them a bit like of energy. And Lucario with energy is scary, especially if you still have the Wigglytuff in the back to counter like fighting types, something like that. So I think this is also like a fun team to use. I think it's still super viable though. Like it's a fun team, of course, but it's viable. Pidgeot ruins this team, but Pidgeot is banned, so you don't really have to worry about this thing anyway. Yeah, this is gonna be it for this team. And now to the last team. Last team, we're gonna have like a team around the Charizard with Charizard, Lickitung, and Dugong. If you don't have a Lickitung, you can also use like Munchlax or something like that. But this team is actually really super interesting. Charizard has a lot of play here. We have it with Fire Spin in this team. You can, I think, also use it with Wing Attack. It should be basically the same. But you can counter Registeel, which is a good thing. You have like a lot of potential against a lot of other things. And you have Lickitung as a safe swap, of course. And Dugong in the back, because you can also like get out the steel type again with the Lickitung, have the Charizard later on to farm the thing down. You can actually do a lot of damage against Registeel as well with the Lickitung, because Licks do like so much damage. And then you have Dugong, which can just like run free in the back there because it just has not a lot of hard counters other than their steel types and fighting types, and both of them you can counter down, get out with the Lickitung there. So I think that's like super interesting team. You can run a different like flying type bleed instead of Charizard, but I think Charizard is a really interesting Pokemon to use, as well as like a good counter against the Wigglytuffs of this world, and gonna be really fun to use Charizard. You see, like, you don't really see Charizard at all in Great League anymore, and you see how much it can beat right now on the screen. It's just a solid Pokemon. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks all for watching till this point, and are you gonna play this cup? I think this cup is really interesting. And like the Ultra League Premier Cup, which I'm also mostly gonna make a video about, but the Ultra League Premier Cup is just not really cool. And but this cup looks a lot of fun, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate that. This video was a lot of work again, and also leave a like if you haven't already. It always helps with the YouTube algorithm, if you don't know that, so always leave a like on your favorite content creators. It always helps them out way more than you think. And that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope this video helped you a bit for the upcoming Great League Remix Cup.